And our hero turns are going to start Willow. And we're going to start with Willow because I want to have options for Gavin to move in. So let's move. Let's go north because that's closer for her and the same distance for him. And let's see what we get. All right, so I've got to move the camera around a little bit for you. Of course, we have our action tokens here. For Willow, Willow is going to move first. So it's going to be 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. She can then open the door. So there's a door opening. So we're going to open the door and draw the feature card, which we know, you remember we set this on top, is going to be the weapon rack. So we've got the weapon rack right here. It's going to be turned that way. Now we need to draw a quest card for the weapon rack. The quest card is Lookouts. As you force the door open, something shatters on the other side. Footsteps quickly follow the sound, and heavy grunts imply unwanted attention. Clearly, your escape won't be easy. Sounds erupt from every direction. Your foes are attempting to surround you and put you back in the chain. It's time to get reckless. Each hero with a copy of Sneaking in their threat area must draw 1 card from the alert deck. Ooh. If we have 2 or more quest tokens on their Sneaking card, they draw a threat card. If there is no copy of Sneaking in play, draw a villain card. Wow, that's horrendous. Okay, so each hero with a copy of Sneaking in their deck must draw 1 card from the alert deck. So let's go draw. It's each, so they both got to draw 1. So let's go draw some cards from the alert deck and potentially make some rolls. All right, here we are with our cards. These are the 2 cards that we're going to draw. So a couple things this does. Number 1, these are generally bad, so this is not helping us at all. But it also makes us mill through that escape deck quicker, which is really, really bad too. So, since Willow was the first one in, we'll draw the first card for Willow. Okay, test for Charisma. Hope you can see that. Charisma. So, this is good because she has a 3 in that, which is her best stat. So, it's a test 4 though, and it's a test, so it's either pass or fail. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3 in a focus. There is a crit. So, 1, 2, 3 in a focus. Yep. And another focus. So, it's a test 4, so that's 3 successes, 2 focus. We are going to spend 1 focus, basically, to get a focus back. So, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, and we get a focus back. So, she's good. That was one of the best cards for her to pull. Let's see what he gets. Okie dokie, yeah. He has a test 4, but it's dexterity, which is his worst shot by a long, or it's his worst stat by a long shot. A big fat 1. So, yeah, probably this is not going to work. Okay, there's a crit. And, oh my god, another crit. And a success. Well, there's 3 out of 4. And I don't have any kind of, anything that will let me do something about that. So, Gavin is going to fail. So that is going to place a quest token on his Sneaking card. Alright, so that takes care of the tests. So what's next? Alright, so that takes care of the tests. These are going away. Bing, bang, boom. These are going away over here. Then each hero with 2 or more quest tokens on their Sneaking card draw a threat card. Well, fortunately, Nobody has that. So this card has been taken care of. And this was the card that would attach to the weapon rack. So, but it's been taken care of. So it's gone, out of here, done. Now what sucks is it's looking like there's going to be several tests. And if there's like, we know if we get three on three of those on the cards, we got problems. So we definitely don't want to do that. If we do that, we're in trouble. So these are discarded. So that was one action. That was just the reveal. Now we got to draw. We got to draw some threats. This is not good. All right, so we're going to start with Willow for the old draw of the threats. And she is going to get this Crimson Courier. 1 armor, 6 health. Engage with an inflict 5. It is her best stat, so that's good. But it does do threat tokens. And then a resist check if we have dark. So, not good. So now let's check Gavin. Alright, Gavin is going to get a Feral Mother, the blue Feral Mother. Moving a 1, a range of 1, moving a 5, 6 health, 2 shields. Dark gets threat tokens. Boo. Inflict 5, orange, and blue potentially. So, Okay, well, that is what he's got now. That's exciting. That right there. So, yep, let's spawn those on the board. All right, so we have our two items here. So the first one that we did was this Courtier. So he's going to go here. And the Feral Mother is going to go adjacent to that space. We'll put her here. So that was a move action. So that's one of her 3 actions. Definitely need to get to the weapon space this turn to get something going on there. Yeah. Alright, so I think for her next 2 actions, the first action is going to be to use this berry loot, and there is a water in the pool. She'll use that. So she's going to do a test. For melody tokens, we'll see how many she gets and determine whether they go on the heroes or on the minions to keep them from doing anything on their activation. And then she's going to use that water to give 2 focus tokens because he has none to Gavin. So we'll just go ahead. These are going to go to Gavin. So now he has some focus tokens. That's going to be that action because he's range 5. And the next action is going to be this Lingering Melody card, which she is going to play on Gavin just to give him some options since she is that close. And that will be her 3rd action. Now we're going to re-roll the water that we just spent on the buried loot. Alright, we got Earth. Good. And we're going to roll the buried loot test, which was a 3 dice for her. And let's see what we get. We want to get high. We have high hopes. Okay, well, that's cool. That's 3. That's 2 more dice as well. Alright, so that's a total of 5. Ooh, man, that's so good. Alright, 5 melody tokens. Gavin still has 2, so I think we're definitely going to give her at least 2. So that's going to be 2 for her. I think we're going to put 1 on each of the minions, and then maybe give 1 more to her because she has cards that that she can use to exhaust to do some stuff. So let's give the 3rd one to her, or 1. Yeah, let's give the 3rd one to her. So she's going to get a total of 3, and then each of the minions will have 1 put on them each. What that's going to do is we can use that when affected would resolve. The heroes may prevent it by discarding the melody token from the enemy card. The rune effect is not resolved and the altar die is not rolled. So they're still going to activate, but at least the bad stuff won't happen because we do have some dark in here. And we could potentially roll some dark. So that's what we're going to do with those. Alrighty, so that's her last 2 actions. She is completed. Yep, she's going to draw her card. She draws Verse of Diversion. Play before an enemy activates, place a melody token on the enemy's card, then choose a hero to gain a melody token. That's a reaction, too. Oh, that's nice. And if there's fire, each hero may gain a melody token or discard 1 to gain 2 focus. So that's going to be a focus generator, which is very, very nice. So now we go to Gavin. Our boy Gavin over here. What is Gavin going to do? Alright, so Gavin's first order of business, he's actually going to play a feat card. He's going to play his Stalwart Commander card. Each hero may discard an inspiration to gain a focus and an armor. And then we do have light, so we're going to use that. So everybody gains an inspiration. So there is our inspiration for each hero is gone. And they will gain the focus and armor. That was a feat card. So that wasn't an action. So that card gets discarded and Gavin gets to take next of his 3 actions. He has not used any actions yet. Alright, so his first action is going to be to move. Oh, sorry. His first action is actually going to be use the water in the pool. And he is going to use his Lingering Melody exhaust action here to move 1 space. And I've got to do that because his regular move is 3. But Willow is in the way of the door here. So in order for me to get into this room and not lose some spaces, I need to get past her. So I can go 1 with exhaustion. And we'll go ahead and re-roll that. We got fire. So now I'm going to take a regular... whoops. Here's his tokens. Important. Take a regular action for move. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. It's just on the other side of the door. Second action also is going to be move 1. Actually, he's just going to move 1. And he's going to do that because I think we're going to go to this room over here next. And I want him to be by this because his next action is going to be to search. And remember, on the search card for this room, as an interact, right, when we do our search, for each supply gained during this test, deal 1 damage to an enemy in this room. So that, with him having 3 dice, that's his best chance for that. Alright, also while we're here, I forgot to show you the inspiration tokens. One of these goes on each of the heroes for the last feat. So those are going to go on there. We have to re-roll this because it used, that's not what I wanted. It used that to do that. So now we're to his test. So this is a search test. So we are going to have to place a search token on the chest. On the weapon rack. And let's hope we get lots of successes. Alright, so that's 2, a focus with a crit. Okay, another crit. I like where this is heading. And a focus. So that is 3 successes. He's going to use 5 for sure. So those are going to turn with those 2 dice. I'm just going to go ahead and flip this over to make it a little easier. So that's going to be 5 successes, right? And the reason I'm doing that is because I want that damage from here to transfer that because of the room ability. So he's going to draw a search card for his 1 success. And he gets, perfect, Potion of Healing. A character within range can heal 3 damage. probably going to need that. He actually already has 3 damage. So that's a thing. The other 4 successes then become supplies. So we finally have some supplies. So we're going to gain 4 supply tokens. And because there were 4 supply tokens, now we can go damage. We can go damage some enemies. So let's go damage some enemies. So let's hope he can roll well. Alright, so he's got 3 dice. He'll be rolling the 3 dice. Making some really good rolls. This is a 5, so 3 may be a big ask. He's got a little focus. So we'll see. Okay, 3 is it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. I was hoping he could get 5. And this was a resist check, so he couldn't use a supply, and he didn't get any focus to use. So he is going to take 2 more, which is going to put him at a total damage of 5. Yikes. Alrighty, so now let's deal with Quest Row, starting with the escape. Each character without a copy of sneaking in their area. We don't have that. Each area with 3 or more quest tokens on their sneaking. Didn't happen. Storm Altar. Each hero may discard 1 focus to change an altar die to a result of their choice. We're not in the altar room, so I think we are going to change. We're going to change the wind die. Gavin is going to use his focus to change the wind die a water. He's going to do that so he can get some focus, hopefully from Willow later. Because of that, there is no wind, so that doesn't happen. Each hero adjacent to the chest feature, nothing happens. A hero adjacent to this feature may be dealing 1 damage to an enemy in this room for the weapon rack. Well, Gavin is, so he is actually going to put that damage back on the Feral Mother. So this is going to go back on the Feral Mother, the one that she just healed, so that hopefully he can take her out in this next turn. Or if we're lucky, if we're lucky, maybe Willow can, and he can go deal with the courtier. Yeah. All right, cool. So that is all of the quest turns, and it will now be back to our heroes, who will hopefully continue on and continue to make some progress. We're kind of stalling. We need to get some more rooms to find that altar, but we got to deal with what we got to deal with, right? So on to the next round.